Hello friends, welcome to my channel nihiratechiees. This is our Angular 16 NGRX tutorial. So in this video, let's talk about how to pass the parameters in selectors. Okay. For the functionality point of view, I am going to use the same block screen example. So in my last video, I have explained how to create the new block. For the continuation of this video, we can complete the update functionality. Okay. Now let me start the implementation. So let me start from the actions. So already we have this add block. Here I am going to include one more action. So let me provide the name is update block. Okay. So here also the parameter is same. So we can use the same props. Okay, this is fine. Next, let me move on to the component side. So in this block component, so here only we are populating the list of block information. I'm just adding one div tag. Then here I'm going to include one button. Edit. Okay. So let me save this one. See now, for all the blocks, we have the edit section. Okay. So next, let me bind the event. And here we have to pass this ID. So let me copy this one and we have to define this function here. Okay, our function is ready. We can add this ID into our console. So when I'm clicking this edit, see I'm getting this ID. So in case if I'm clicking the last one, so I got the ID is 3. Okay. So next what I'm going to do, so in this edit function, I'm going to open the pop-up. Okay. For the add functionality and the edit, both are I'm going to use the same component, this add block only. And in this edit scenario, we have to pass this ID into our pop-up component. And also I'm going to pass two more parameters. So let me do some customization in our open pop-up function. For transferring the data, we have to use this data option. Here I'm passing one object. So first I'm going to pass this ID. Okay. So let me get this ID as the parameter. So the next property is title. Title also I'm getting as the input. And we have one more parameter is edit. Okay. So the default value I'm going to provide as the false. So next in this add functionality, so at this ID point of view, I'm just passing this 0, this title, add block. Okay. So similarly in this edit function, we have to pass the exact ID value, and this is edit block, and finally this is the edit, so we have to pass the values true for this is edit. Okay. So let me save this one. And the next thing, whatever value we are transferring from our block component, we have to get it from our add block. Okay. So in this constructor side, I'm going to inject mat dialog data. Okay. And also I'm going to implement one lifecycle hook on in it. And here I'm going to include one console.log. So this data. So now if I'm clicking this add block, so I'm getting this ID 0, title is the add block. So similarly, if I'm clicking this edit, I'm getting this edit block, and also I got the exact ID. So first we can change this title. Okay. So let me declare two variables, page title, and the next one is edit blog ID. And here I'm going to check like, so this dot data is edit. So this dot edit blog ID equal to, and also for the page title, so let me format this one, and in this page title value we can bind it here. Instead of the hardcode value, we are changing this into dynamically. Okay. And the next thing is, based on this ID, we have to fetch the individual blog information and we have to populate in our controls, okay, in this title and the description. So currently, we have our data in our store only. Even in this blog screen also, using the selectors, we fetched all the list of blog information, then we have to populate it in our screen. But currently, based on the ID only, we have to fetch the values, okay. So what I'm going to do, let me create one more selector. So in this selector, I'm going to pass the ID as parameter, okay. So let me copy everything. I'm going to provide the name is get blog by ID, okay. And since I'm going to pass the parameters, so the parameter is blog ID number, okay. So currently from this state, we have this blog list. So data type is blog model. So blog.id. So this blog ID. So it will return the object. So let me save this one. Next, from our component side, I'm just declaring one more variable. And here we can use our store. From the store, let me select, and our created selector is get blog by ID. It is having the parameter. So let me pass this edit blog ID, okay. So let me subscribe this one. Edit data equal to this data. So let me format this one. Here I'm getting this error, blog model are undefined. Okay. So here let me convert this into, okay, the error got resolved. So once I'm having this value, so let me set this value into our forms, okay. So our form name is blog form. So this dot blog form dot set value. So similarly, we can set the values for next two fields. So let me refresh the screen. So if I'm clicking this one, see the title and the description is loaded. So similarly, if I'm clicking the next one, so the existing data we have populated. Next, let me handle this save functionality. Part of creating the add new blocks, we already implemented the functionality. So there, I am going to do some modification. So let me go to my component. Let me check one condition is edit, okay, and else. So this is the add scenario. We are dispatching this add blog action. So similarly for the update, we have to dispatch our update blog. Okay. So in this both areas we are passing parameter is our blog model. Okay. The only difference is in this add scenario this ID is 0 because we are generating ID in our reducer side. But in this update scenario we have to pass the exact value. Okay. So in this edit scenario, let me set the values for this ID. So I can get this ID from our forms. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So the next only thing is bending. We have to do changes in our reducer side for this update block. So let me go to our reducer. We can just copy this add block. So instead of this add block, let me change this into update block. Okay. And other things are fine. This ID generation is not needed. And here let me declare one more variable, updated block. And the functionality point of view, we have to find the exact block and need to update the new value. So what I'm going to do, let me generate the for loop for our existing block list using map option. So here underscore block.id equal to block.id. If it is matching, we have to pass our input data. Okay. So that is underscore block. Otherwise, we have to use the existing value. So in this block list, we have to provide our updated block. So let me save this one. So I'm going to verify now. So I'm just removing this Google. If I'm trying to save, see, it is updated. So let me get some content from the online for the Angular. I'm going to replace the information. It is updated. Okay. So similarly, if I'm trying to update this React also, so I'm providing the same value only. So instead of the Angular, I'm just providing a React. See, it's got updated. Okay. So similarly, if I'm trying to update our title also, instead of the React, I just changed into React.js. Okay. So it is changed. Maybe the design point of view, we may need to work. Otherwise, the functionality point of view, it is working fine. Okay. So in my next video, I am going to complete the functionality of delete. So still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.